Hey guys, welcome to Heart Academy again. So I'm doing another recording because the first recording I didn't have the sound on it because I had the computer still plugged into the screen at work. So I'm at home now, and so like I guaranteed that I was going to do another recording. And so here we are. I have different numbers, and since I'm at home, I have my daughter here. This is Katrina.
Hi.
Right? And so like mother, like daughter, here we are. Oh, we also have our dog. I don't know if you can grab Luna. Right? But Luna, she comes around sometimes every now and then, right? And so you'll see her. She'll get there. Luna, look at this crazy silly dog. Look at this silly dog.
Just trying to eat my finger.
We love our dog. So anyway, I set up the numbers again. So remember, at this point, you should have the colors of your Skittles and how many of each Skittles you have. Now, if you watch the first recording without the sound, I probably had different numbers. Doesn't matter the numbers. Your numbers are going to be completely different than my numbers. So I just made up a handful of Skittles and the amount for each color that I have here. And what I'm going to do is help you figure out this part, which is the percent. So this is what you're going to do. For let's start with the red, right? And so if you set up two fractions, you can make a proportion. This fraction will always have 100 at the bottom because it represents a percent. And you're going to put an X on top of here, okay? This fraction represents the total amount of Skittles that you have. Total amount of Skittles I have, if I add all these together, is 13. I don't know how much yours is going to be, but your total should be down here as well. Yours might not be 13, yours might be 10, yours might be 15, doesn't matter. Add up what you have here for the amount, and that goes here. Now, I'm trying to first figure out what would two Skittles be as a percentage. So, guess what? That's what's going to go on top of here, okay? Now, because what I'm trying to figure out is what is 2 out of 13? What percent would that be? In order to do that, with my fraction setup that I have right here, this is all I have to do. Let me make sure that you're with me on this part. Wow, you just hit my arm. You know, that all the way over there. Okay,
Like,
let me redo. Okay, fast forward. There we go. Now, I think what I'll do too is just move this a little bit so you can, it's not in the way as much. Okay, hold that like this. Did I even do that? No, okay.
Wait, she took her bandana off.
Well, she probably got tired of it. Okay, so now here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to move this 13 out of the way a little bit because it looks kind of weird hanging down here. And I'll put the 13 over here so it doesn't confuse. There we go. So again, what I could do is the 100 goes here. We're trying to find a percent. Right now, X is representing the percent. And we're trying to find what is 2, right? When you're out of 13, what percent would that be? And all we have to do is cross multiply, meaning I'm going to multiply diagonally, going this way, okay, multiplying these two numbers. So I'm going to multiply the 100 and the 2. The 100 and 2 multiplied together gives us, how much, Katrina?
Hold on. 200.
Right? And then you would divide by the last number that you have available, which is the 13, or whatever amount of Skittles that you have. So divided by 13, we get what? Yep. So we have 15.3846, whichever, okay? So I'm just going to round that off and use the first two digits after the decimal. So 2, which means X is going to equal, check this out. X is going to equal 15, excuse me, 15.38. So that's what this means. So the 2 as a percent is going to be over here. I'll put it for the red. 2 reds will equal 15.38% of the bag. So in order to do the rest of your colors, whatever you have, whatever number you have here, right, you're going to replace it. That. So now I'm going to figure out the orange. And so there you see that I have 3 orange ones. So if I put the 3 over here, and I'm going to do the same thing. Cross, multiply, and divide. So this time I do 100 times 3.
Which is 300.
Right. And then divide it by 13. So divide by 13. Which gives us what?
23.07692300769.
So I'm just going to say 23.27, right? Or 07, right? Did you say 07?
Yep.
Okay, so 3 Skittles would equal 23.07%. Okay? So 23.07%. That's a 0, that's a 7. You get the idea. Now let's do the next number. See how yellow is the highest amount of Skittles I have? So that number is certainly going to be higher. Okay? So let's take this out and then put the amount that I have for yellow. The amount for yellow I have is 5. So cross multiply, divide again. So 100 times 5 is 500, and divided by 13, we get what?
Equals 38.4615384615.
Whatever she said. So I got 38
and 46.
38 and 0.46, right? 38.46. It's funny because, like, you know, Katrina keeps hitting my elbow. That's because we got this silly dog that keeps trying to play with her. Luna, come on. I just dropped my mouse. So here's Luna. Luna, say hi. This is our dog. I got this weird habit too. This is what I like to do all the time. So I showed that habit that I like.
No.
I can't help it. I like to.
No.
I like to sniff her ears. No. No. Okay. I'm done. All right. So now we have. I dropped the mouse. Look now. See, look. What? Did I make you mad, dog? Did I make you mad? Look, she's pissed at me. The dog is pissed. Did I make you mad? Look. All right, look. All right, let me get the mouse so we can finish the rest of these. Here we go. Okay. So next one is 1. I have 1 green Skittle. So we do the 1 times the 100, which is going to give us 100, right? And then multiply that by the 13 so we can see what the percentage is for the green Skittle.
So what?
So 1 times 1, the 100 times 1 is 100.
Yeah.
And then 100 divided by 13. Wow, look. Look, she's behind us, just chilling. So what do we get? What percent is that?
7.6923076923.
Right. So I'm just going to use 7.69. I could just round to 7.70, but good enough. Now, my last color, we had 2 purple Skittles, right? But guess what? We already figured out the how many 2 equals, right? So 2 would equal what? Because we also have red that had 2. So I can use that same percentage, which would be what?
15.39.
I think that's 9. Is that a 9? Oh, that was 8, I think. So this one. So since we already used 2 for the red, I can use the same number for the purple. And that would be 15.38. Okay? Now what should happen after this, if you add all these percentages up, you should get close to 100. Let's add all these up to see if we're close to 100. 15.38. All right? Plus 23.07. Plus 38.46. Luna. Plus 7.69. Plus 15.38.
Which equals 99.98.
Which is close to the 100%, right?
Yep.
So we know that we did our numbers correct. So I had 99.98%, and that's close to the 100% that we're looking for here. So that's how you take care of this page. Now, the next page, which is going to be the last page I show you, we're going to take our numbers, but we have to remember what these are first. I have, how many reds? I have red is 2, orange is 3, yellow is 5, green is 1, and purple is 2. So the next page is where you're going to draw a graph. And you're going to watch the beautiful, talented skills of drawing with a mouse. Okay, here we go. What, that sound, what? Were you just talking about me?
Talking to him.
I don't know.
Talking to the dog?
I don't know. You're talking about me. Okay, so the next part is our graph, which should be this section right here. Okay, let me make this bigger. Move all of these out of the way. Oh, it might be too big. We'll keep it like this. Here we go. All right, so we're going to name our graph. And actually, I should make it smaller so you can just kind of follow directions that are already on there. So we'll follow directions. Whoa, what's that? We're going to follow directions. That's right. My husband will be proud. Following directions. Okay. Use the data that you entered to make a bar graph below. Label the horizontal axis with the color of the candies. Okay. The horizontal axis is the one that goes this way, right? And so we're going to do the colors of the candy. Okay, so I'm going to do my first one right here. And you can skip columns if you want to, which, I might do. So my first color was red. So I'm just going to put an R here for red. Skip a row. And then orange. In my first video, I didn't skip a row. And so they were like, the bar graphs were like really close together. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
They said skipper.
See. Yeah. Yellow. By the way, everyone liked the outfit that I had, Katrina said, right? I told you she said emo.
But then you called yourself emu. Emo's a type of bird.
I'm like, remember I was like in class, I said that. I said, man, I'm starting to look, you try to make me look emu? And she's like, Ma, emo is a type of bird. I was like, what? And then she showed me a picture of an emu when I was trying to say emo.
But it wasn't that. It was so gray.
Okay. But I'm going to probably wear the red one tomorrow. And I got to do some more shopping. Okay. Luna. All right. So there's the horizontal axis, and these represents color. Red, orange, yellow, green, and purple. Now, and then it says label the vertical axis with the numbers 1 through 12. The vertical axis is the one that goes up and down. So I'm going to start this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And so now I'm going to take a look back at what my numbers were again. I had 2 red ones. So I'm going to take a red crayon, colored pencil, or marker. Or if you don't have these colors at home, you can wait to do this bar graph part or filling in the colors when you get to class tomorrow. And so I had 2 reds. So that means I'm going to take the bar of this going up to number 2, right? And coloring it in red for this one right here. And how many oranges did I have? I had 3 oranges. Get it? 3 oranges, like 3 pieces of fruit. 3. Okay. So orange is going to go up to the number 3 right here. Okay. Look at this dog. Luna. Luna.
Smile to the camera too tall.
She's special. All right. So now. All right. So orange is going up to number 3 right here. All right. And hopefully you're doing yours a little bit neater than mine. Okay. Look at that. And then yellow at 5. So where's the 5? 5 is up to here. So simple little bar graph. And I'm telling you, this bar graph looked different than the first one that I had. But the first one I had was also correct, all depending on the numbers you have on your paper. Okay. And then the first one, I didn't space out the bar graph like I did this one, but just showing you a variety of things. Green, we only had 1. So green is going, that's not green. I'm just going to fill up to the number 1, like here. Did she really just bring her bowl? I think our dog is trying to tell us something. Luna. She's like, you gonna stop recording and feed me? Okay, so here we go. Green only went up to 1, and then purple goes up to 2. Purple goes up to 2 right here. All right. What you doing on my phone?
Nothing.
Purple over
Full.
Purple is up to the second one right here. And there's a completed bar graph. The last question on the page has a bunch of blank lines. And I don't think I put that one online, but you should have one last question. And it's probably going to tell you to interpret what your graph means. So basically, you're taking your data and explain into words what it means. And explain the experiment and what you did with the experiment. So that part I'm going to have you do on your own. And we'll go through it tomorrow. Okay, guys. So this was the second try. But I'm glad to do it. And I'm like, Katrina, come record with me. And so this is Katrina and Kelly. And we're out. All right? We're waving. See you tomorrow.